Yo, we're live. Welcome to the Diren Kartal.
Okay, guys, welcome to episode 33. And today, I've got two of my closest friends, Mr. Nick Garcia and Mr. Ali Setirekli. What's going on, boys?
What's going on, man? Do you know what? Before we start...
Hold on a second. Hold on. But why are you moving like this is your show, Ali?
Bro, do you know what? I just wanted to say fuck you to start off with.
Yeah.
Because how many episodes has it been now?
33.
What?
This is 33.
Because I don't really listen to them, so it's been 33.
Hey, you know what? The thing is, Ali, you're a big personality.
Good.
Right? You're
Yes.
a big personality.
Yes.
And I didn't want to intimidate the celebrities, the guests that were coming in. You know, you get what I'm saying, Nick?
I understand.
You know?
No,
but so that's why I had to get them in, warm the crowd up, and then get yourself in, because I knew you were going to be an annoying prick like this.
Diren, you chat so much shit, bro. Shut up, man.
All right, boys, how we doing? Nick, how you doing?
Good. I just want to say as well, I support Ali's message. Fuck you, Diren. But I'm good. Yes, I'm good. It's good to be here.
You know what? It's already a delight to have you boys here. Amazing. But so I know Nick and Ali for a long time. I first actually met Nick when I first went to Australia. He's actually, thinking about it now, you're actually one of my first friends in the fitness industry. We were both receptionists in Australia, in Sydney, New South Wales.
Bro. A receptionist is not the fitness industry, bro.
No,
You
listen.
swipe cards.
No, but listen. Yeah, but you say that.
You swipe cards.
But we were in the gym. We were in the gym.
Yeah, bro, cleaners are in the gym as well. They're not part of the fitness industry.
Bruv, they're still a part of the fitness industry. You know what? They're a part of the group of the people that make the train go forward. Is that a saying, bruv? I don't know.
It is now.
It is now. So, first of all, before, what I do with all my guests is ask them the Nando's question. And this is not because I've got a fucking black card from Nando's, which, by the way, Nando's, you should send to me. Secondly, what is your Nando's order? Nick, I'm going to start off with you, and I'm going to go over to Ali.
I get the half chicken with 2 sides.
Okay.
Yep. I'm not a big fan of the peri peri chips. I know that's
Whoa.
I know that's crazy. Everyone doesn't like to hear that, but I get the broccoli and then the spinach. Is like a new spinach thing that they do.
The broccoli's
like
new
that.
as well, no? The broccoli.
I like those. Yeah, I like those.
Ali, what about you?
Bro, I get the chicken fires, hot,
Yeah.
and then I get peri salted chips with rice
Yeah.
and broccoli.
And broccoli.
Yeah.
Going in.
Yes.
See, Ali's one of those people, yeah. He's one of those lean guys that just can eat for days. But he's that guy. He never gets fat, right? He never gets fat. But the thing is, with him, although I say that, you do train quite hard. And he's actually one of the most hard-working people I know, especially when it comes to fitness, from all the way back in his football days. Do you remember all those extra runs you used to do?
Bro, don't
Man.
get me started, man.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Bro, I used to get off of the bus, innit? When I was at school, I'm talking like year 10. I used to get off on the 279.
Yeah.
They used to go all the way to Tottenham and come back to Enfield. I used to get off at Emmerton and run to my house with my backpack.
That's mad. And this is why, guys, you need to train smart so you don't have six injuries. Six injuries like Ali did. But we'll get on to that in a minute. But boys, how was your summer? It's been a mad summer, right? How was the summer?
Crazy as in not great, but yes, it was. it was different.
You know what, Nick? If you joined me and Ali on that Ibiza trip, you would have had a good time.
Look, I had some complications.
Yeah, I know. But you know what the mad thing is, yeah? Like, obviously the whole COVID thing it's fucking mental, right? But do you remember doing FaceTimes and having beers?
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
That was good fun.
That was good time. But like, think about people. It's still not great, but at least things are better. And how much fun were we having, like, just on that FaceTime?
Yeah.
And how much we appreciated each other's time when we were seeing nobody. Right?
Yeah.
You must have wanted to kill your roommate by then, surely.
Oh, I mean, we see each other all. Yeah, we're seeing each other all the time.
All the time.
But yeah, like, I mean, trying to book Diren in is like impossible. So I mean,
Why? What do you mean?
First, you have to get onto his PA.
No, what do you mean? Hold on a second.
Yeah, we've been
trying to hot me up, bro. Trying to hot me up.
Ask Ali, it's true.
No, hey, listen. These guys are always giving me shit. It's not. I don't like planning too far ahead. It stresses me out. It's too much commitment for me. All right. I'd rather do things on the day, and maybe it's like a Turkish Kurdish thing. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you told your dad Ali, yeah, Dad, can we have dinner on the 17th at 6 p.m.? What would he say to you?
Bro, my brother tried to do that, you know.
Your younger brother?
No, the one that lives in Ipswich. He tried to do that. He said to my dad, I'm free on the 17th at 6 p.m. Would you like to come down for dinner?
What did your dad say?
My dad shut the phone in his face.
Hey, but this is the thing. It must be an ethnic thing. And like, and although it sounds a little bit bad, but like, I don't want to... if you make that plan, right, you're potentially cutting off other options that could be not better. This sounds a little bit bad, but just other options that you might enjoy more. And for some reason, I like being like spontaneous. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's more exciting. Like last week, yeah, I asked these guys, "Hey boys, do you want to jump on a podcast on Friday? I'm going to book the studio in. You want to come down? You both work in the city."
Wait, it was Friday
time
as well.
was this?
It was
What time was
Friday.
Friday?
He asked
It was
us
Friday
for Friday.
morning. Friday morning, and I asked him if they're free at 1 p.m. So Nick, being Nick, he was like, "No, I'm busy." Stand up like straight. I'm busy, and I was like, "Okay, fair enough, cool." I wasn't gonna force that. What about you, Ali? Ali turned around and fucking said, "That listen, bro. Did you do this with Bradley Simmons, with Paul Lima, with all your other guests?" He goes, "I want an official invitation
Yeah, bro.
to invite me onto the podcast." But what did I do at the beginning of the week?
He called me and said, "Do you want to come on the Diren Kartal show?" And I said, "Fuck you again."
You know what? I forgot about these. Nick, by the way, has bring us some. What are they?
Well, they're Furfies.
What's that, bro?
Furphy. It's a Melbourne craft beer. And I wanted to give Ali a bit of taste of Australia. I brought a lot of Australian things today for Ali. I'm trying to convince this guy to come to Australia.
Wait,
I'm
for
just trying to
me,
convince this guy to
I
leave the
appreciate,
country.
bro.
But yeah.
So
I appreciate,
Nick,
bro.
Nick bring us some beer, which I appreciate. Cheers.
Hold on, there's a toast I want to make as well because I'm really proud of Ali. He's got 4 of 6 women that want to lose 10 kilos in 12 weeks. So congratulations, bro.
Hey, you're a bastard for that.
Well, this is all right, you know. So
Hey.
this is Aussie, yeah?
Yeah, this is good.
This is the Australian thing. This is the Australian. Nick also bring some Sunday League version of Freddos. Sunday League version of Freddos.
Caramello
Thank
koalas.
you.
Greatest.
Vegemite shapes, which I like
Greatest.
shapes, right? Aussies love shapes. I do like it, but I don't rate it that much, you know. Like, there's other. I'd rather get. Is it Australia? Is it Smith's where they have?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
their
Smith's
salt,
crisps.
salt and
Yeah.
vinegar crisps.
They're good.
banging, and he's also bring the main reason Australian rates of diabetes is high is Tim Tams. You know what I mean? Tim Tams, they are actually banging.
They're
Again,
good.
they are actually a way better version of what we have here are penguins, right?
Yeah, penguins, yeah.
They're like penguins.
Yeah, they're shit.
But yeah, so today's episode it's actually one of the most excited ones because I feel like having like close friends like you guys, we always have like good conversations when we're out, when we're having a drink, and where no one hears it. And I feel like there's so much value in those conversations. Do you know what I mean? And this is why I bring them in today, not because I didn't have a guest lined up, you know. And I want to start off with asking Ali, bruv, tell me about football, bro. What's going on? You played how many years in Turkey?
In Turkey, I played nearly six years.
6 professional football.
Yeah.
And how did it all happen? What's going on?
So,
Because
I
you
was
started from under what? Start from there. Tell me.
bro, I started playing football at Broadwater Farm. If anyone knows, like in North London, Broadwater Farm. If you was playing at Broadwater Farm, you had something.
Yeah. I used to
Because-
hate playing against Broadwater Farm.
Yeah, because we had an unbelievable team. Most of the boys that were in that team, they all went on to play academy football.
Yeah.
Um,
I thought you were going to say something else. No. I thought you were going to say academy football or prison. Because the mad thing
do
is...
you know what's so mad? Some of them did go to prison.
Because, hey, but the mad thing is, like, those areas, like my areas as well, where I played football, how many people do we know that are locked up right now?
Bro, my boy just got locked up like a couple of months ago. I might go see him next month. Yeah, it's true.
It's mad. But yeah, go on, carry on.
Yeah, and then played there my youth career, and then I went to Cambridge United. Played there for about a year and a half, 2 years, and then after that I signed a pro contract and went to Turkey. I was a scholar at Cambridge.
Bro, wait, what what country, what team in Turkey was it?
So what?
Because you know I remember this. I remember how old were you when you first went? I think it was Sivasspor, which is a pretty much like a Premier League club in Turkey. They scouted this guy, Nick, at like 15.
I was 15, yeah.
He was 15. Tell him why you didn't go, bro.
Bro, no, it was. I got scouted by Sivas first, and then one of the coaches that was here in London sent me to a team called Ankaraspor.
Yeah.
And they were also like a
Link.
Super League team in
Yeah.
in Turkey. And I went out to one session with them. There's a lot of trialists. I played about 45 minutes. They ended the session. They said, you need to come in with us into the office. So I thought, what's going on, bro? Like, did I do something wrong? And they're like,
Do you remember how you played that day?
Bro, I played like I didn't give a fuck. That's why I played so well.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I mean?
I wish I was like that.
Yeah, because I weren't confident. I was like, do you know what? I'm here. So what? I'll just play some football.
Yeah.
Bruv, went in there, said, who's your agent? I said, agent? I ain't got agent. Bro. What are you talking?
Got your
Let me
dad.
call my dad. You want me to call my dad?
Yeah.
And then, so they called my dad. They said, look, we want to sign your son. Like, how are we going to make this happen? And then, because I'm 15, I was with a girl back then. I was with her for like nearly 3 years.
I remember
No.
very well.
Yeah. And anyway,
Nick, yeah, it's coming,
I
bro.
weren't too. I didn't want to go in it because I was like, I'm gonna leave her. Do you know what I mean? In
Yeah,
Turkey,
yeah.
I'm 15, and so the team's chairman of Ankaraspor called my dad and said, we want to move your family from England to Turkey.
Okay, 1 second. I don't think you realise how big that is for a football club to turn around and tell you to come over to the country and they're going to pay for everything. This is the sort of shit they do for the next Messis. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which, I'm not going to lie, bruv. I looked up to you at football, bruv.
Yeah.
Not with personal training, but... yeah, go on, carry on.
And they said to me, like, they said to my dad, look, we'll move you over to Turkey. Whatever you want,
Yeah.
we'll give it to you. Whatever you're earning in Turkey, we're going to put you on whatever you're earning, like
Yeah.
for my dad and my family and that.
Yeah.
And we want him to be here, and we're going to send him to the national team straight away. Like, this is, when he comes here, we'll send him to the national team because he needs to be there.
That's mad.
But when they're telling me this, though, I'm 15, I'm thinking, what the hell's going on?
And Nick's out here playing tag rugby. playing tag rugby.
That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
We have a group chat, right? We have a group chat, 2 athletes and what was it?
And the Mexican.
And
A Mexican. And when we talk about football and stuff, me and Ali, Nick's like, yeah, mate, yeah. So we had tag rugby the other day, and I did my I did my groin. It's pretty sore. I can't really train today. And we're always giving him shit about that. And then you came back.
I came back, and then that's when I was at Cambridge. They went to Cambridge United, and then that's when my girlfriend then broke up with me.
You're
You know, I realised that
You're lying.
Diren's a bastard. You know. This is why I kind of love him, because he's a bastard. Look at him laughing here. My heart was broken.
Wait a minute. You went to Turkey, did the trial. They said to you, we're going to bring your family. And you're like, nah, because I got to miss this back
Bro.
home. I'm not going to do that. You went
So-
back to England and she broke up with you.
And he's 15.
I'm 15, and when I came back, signed for Cambridge United, after a year, she said to me, like a year and a half. That's how long I was at Cambridge, and then she said to me, oh, like, I can't be with you, so like
Bro.
I kind of love someone else.
What?
Yeah, bro. This is the
What?
first time. You don't know that, did you? I didn't tell you this. I've never
No,
told
but
you that.
She's gonna fucking find out here as well.
Yeah.
Wow. Was it someone you knew?
Bro, she lived like near my road, fam. She still lives there, cuz.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, you're telling me 15 years on, you still live in the same place?
Yeah, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Nick, I want to ask you, if you had the same opportunity,
Gone.
would you go?
I wouldn't even call my dad.
You know,
I sent him a text message. I'm going to Turkey.
but you know what? This shows to me the difference, the cultural difference. Because I actually think with our culture, we're so emotionally attached in the sense where we care about even people that we don't even know very well. We have this sense of looking after them, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think-
100%.
which is probably why I care so much about my clients or my friends or whatever. And sometimes you have to be really selfish. And at that age, 15,
Still young though,
it's
right?
so young. Would you change it, Ali? What would you do now? I mean, would you go back and change that?
I would have loved to see what would have happened if I go. I would have loved to see what could happen. Because
I don't think you would be here.
do you think so?
I think you'd be playing top level football. I personally think so. Because you were fucking class. It's not me trying to lick your bum, bruv. No, wait, he was sick, bruv.
Bro,
Not like you, Nick, where like you play a sport, like not like that.
bro, I don't even watch football no more.
I know,
like that, because I don't. When I watch it, I'm just like,
and then,
do you know what I mean?
and then, so when you had the transition of stop playing because you had a lot of injuries, and that mentally would have
Yeah,
fucked things up for you.
yeah.
How did you overcome that?
Bro, no one really knows this, but you know when I was, I went through I was going through a hard time, to be honest. For 2 years, I didn't do anything, so
Okay.
I didn't work or anything like that,
Yeah.
and I got into mad depression, bro. Sitting at home, imagine like everyone's messaging you like, "Oh, how's football?"
And it's the one thing that you love, right?
Bro, like, how's football? And I'm like, yeah, it's alright, you know. Like, but they don't know, innit? I'm sitting at home that's when I had surgery as well. Because before I left, I terminated my contract because I had another ACL.
Yeah. Contracts in Turkey, the people are brutal. They won't pay you. They'll get rid of you like that. Not like here. If you got injured here, you had a 5-year contract, say with fucking United or whatever. You're getting paid for 5 years.
Oh yeah, in Turkey it's like you get a signing on fee, which is great. But other than that, it's like whichever match you play, that's how you get paid.
That's how you get paid.
So you're paid per game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then there's big bonuses. That's what people pay for. They love the bonuses in Turkey.
They love the
good.
What for goal scores? That
Games
thing.
win. You win the game.
Wins. People, bruv, they bring money to changing rooms.
Yeah, with a suitcase. Yeah, they hand it out. And
Yeah, they bring
change
money
rooms,
to changing rooms.
Yeah.
And we're going to get back onto your football a little bit later again. But,
Yeah.
Nick, Australia to London, bruv. What's going on?
Man, it's big. It's very different. Very different.
How was that transition coming from Australia? Because I obviously know the Australian culture quite well.
Well, yeah. So you've lived there, so you know the two different types. But it's just massively different. I think like you were talking before. Like sometimes I sit and listen to you guys chat about stuff. Like Ali was telling you an example of like getting the bus and all this stuff. And
Yeah.
mate,
You never did that.
I got a bus, but it's like different, isn't it? Like
It's different.
I went to where when I first came to London, Diren, you took me and stayed in where you were living in Tottenham Hale.
Tottenham.
Mate, I was
Northumberland Park.
packing it because I got off the plane. Diren picked me up, took me to his house, and I walked in, and Diren's talking to his dad, and then he goes to me, "Oh, look, my dad asked if you want to put your money in the safe in the house," and I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, do you want to put your money in the safe just in case?" And I was like, "What do you mean? Like, why is my money not going to be safe with me? Like, what the fuck is going on?" He's like, "Yeah, bro, but like this area, like, sometimes things happen." And I think like 2 days, the second day that I was there, we went out to get on a train to go to central London.
Yeah.
And there was a car like smashed window in.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Diren, what the fuck's going on here?" And Diren's like, "Dude, this happens all the time." And it's just
Yeah.
like, that stuff just doesn't happen where I'm from. So it's just a different experience. It's a different experience.
And it's but a transition from that's when you visited and you holidayed, right?
Yeah.
So and I remember that year you went and you travelled around.
Yeah.
Which I noticed like a lot of Australians when they come to Europe, they come to Europe. Like
Yeah, they do.
come for the whole summer.
Yeah.
So if they're leaving Australia, they're doing 3-4 months.
Yeah.
In Europe.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Which and you guys splash some cash, man.
Oh, yeah.
Traveling around, and when you went back, did you ever have any thought of, you know what, I'm gonna go do a few years there? Because at the same time, I know you were doing your not your master, but you're doing your degree in sports
At
science.
that time, yeah, I was doing my undergrad. Yeah.
Doing your undergrad. Did you have any thought of actually coming there to do a few years there?
At that time, no, not really, because I was just concentrating on uni and just wanted to finish it. But after doing this trip here, like being here for 2 years, working and living in London, I think like, well, I want to go somewhere else. Maybe I was thinking today that there might be an opportunity for me in Saint-Tropez for summer next year to go and do that. Yeah, I did Turkey last year. You guys know I went to Demaris Bay, went and worked in Turkey.
Which was shit for us because you wasn't around in the summer, bruv.
Yeah, bro.
But I told you guys to come. You didn't come anyway. Doesn't
No,
matter.
I was busy, innit? Yeah.
Ali, what were you doing?
I wasn't busy. I just want to spend the money.
Didn't want to leave his house.
Ali, you do realise that you're paying for this studio, big man.
What?
So you might do that.
Yeah, I want to keep traveling. This is like you sort of catch it, don't you? You leave somewhere. You've done it too. You left Australia and sort of like
It's hard,
you don't want to
though.
just settle in one place. You want to like keep seeing what's going on.
I think once you get that bug, it's really hard to to settle
Yeah.
quite a bit, which is why I keep telling Ali he needs to fucking travel.
Diren, you know when he's just travelling? If I come from Tottenham to Southwest where you live, is that travelling, cuz?
Technically he's traveling, but mate, the minute because I think this is what a lot of English do, right? Not all. English like to holiday. Holidaying and traveling is, I think, a total
Two different things.
things.
You know what? I thought about this recently. So I was in Portugal in Albufeira, and that's a massive holiday destination for Brits.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like tacky. You know, you go there and like it's just the beaches are tacky, the pubs are all tacky. It's like they're all still serving like English beer and
mad,
English
it?
breakfast and
It'd
stuff.
be like you going to Thailand as an Aussie.
Yeah, that's right. It's the same sort
yeah.
of thing. You know, they all cater to like Brits, and in Thailand they cater to Australians.
Yeah.
It's not really traveling. It's like, I think you got to go and experience the culture of each country that you go to actually understand the traveling, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Did you when you came here to like be here, which I was fucking buzzing about, by the way, but when you came here, was it tough to leave?
What do you mean?
Was it tough to leave home? Or were you like, no, I'm going?
No, at that time I was pretty...
Because you were in Melbourne.
Yeah, I was pretty set on going at that point.
Is Melbourne, would you prefer Melbourne to Sydney or Sydney to
100%.
Melbourne?
Yeah, 100%. I think you're one or the other. My housemate Luke, he prefers Sydney.
Yeah.
And although he has never lived in Melbourne, I've lived in both, and
Yeah.
I just prefer Melbourne. I just think it's a lot cooler, but yeah.
But you're a trendy motherfucker. Do you know
That's
what
it, I mean.
You come
Why
in
did he
here-
come in jeans though?
Brother,
Did
I
you say
don't know.
anything?
I don't say nothing.
That's
what Nick, innit?
He does that all the time, innit?
He does
You
it all the
realise?
time. He's like, yeah, I got jeans and that, but then I got a PT at 4, innit? without that accent. And I think a lot of people that are going to listen to this, there's going to be a lot of personal trainers that listen to this. Well, I hope so, anyway. But personal training, I got to train people in Australia as well as the UK. You did obviously the same. Ali, not yet. Ali has. How long have you been PT now?
Many years.
Many years.
3 years.
3 years. 3 years. Ali's been PT, and it's sick because you're earning your stripes on the gym floor as well as trying to make moves online, which I think is wicked. And a big mistake that a lot of personal trainers do is they don't actually earn their stripes before they go online. Because what people don't realize is, for any personal trainer that's listening to this, is you have so much to learn on the gym floor and you're constantly learning. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even like, we were working at reception when we first met. We were 19. I was 19, you were 18, right?
Yeah.
But we were always training. We were always talking to the PTs. We were there. And think about all the things that you learned from then to all the way till now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that's a lot of years in that environment. But what I noticed most is I knew that about Australia, like personal training and stuff, and people in general care more about their health and well-being. I think personally because their bodies are out more of the year than anywhere else. But there's a big difference. I've seen that there is a huge difference when it comes to professionalism, when it comes to coaching from Australia to here. And you've seen that, right? What's your pick? Because we've all worked at Fitness Firsts. You and me have worked in Fitness First in Australia and UK. Ali's worked in Fitness First in London. What would you say is a big difference?
Yeah.
Be honest though. Let people know, because the thing is, I'm not being funny, bruv. Personal trainers in fucking Fitness First, bruv, in London, yeah? And I know I used to work with a lot of guys and they can listen to this, want to smack me in the faces, but they're fucking unprofessional.
Yeah, that's the truth, is that the professionalism, there's a different standard. In Australia, it's a lot more professional. But that's not to say as well that there aren't good PTs in London, because I have come across a lot of them too. There are really good PTs here in the UK.
Am I one of them, Nick?
There are really good PTs in the UK.
Yeah, go on.
But but in Australia, I think it's just different. It's a different standard. Our average, I just would say our average is higher than the average here. That's
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But what do they lack in?
You know what? It is. It's the personality. It's the
It
charisma.
is, right?
It's like that. That floor presence, and it is.
Right.
And when I first came here, that's one of the first things that intimidated me, because I think I'm quite a big personality in my gym back home.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
the big guy there. Then I came here and got
Met me and that.
guys like
You met
got
me.
like Omari and stuff.
Yeah, all my boys. So the names Nick's talking about is a lot of people that I worked with in Fitness First, and all big personalities, all from areas like where me and Ali are from, where you have to have a level of personality to kind of shine a little bit to get someone's attention.
Yeah.
So imagine going from, say, Australia, where people are a little bit low key. Because I remember, bro, when I first went to Australia on the gym floor, I killed it.
There would have been no one.
I was
chatting
talking
to,
to
yeah.
everyone. And I know PTs were like, what the fuck is this guy doing? But I was approaching everyone and anyone. I didn't care. And it was just that volume. And within a week, I already had enough clients to pay my rent. So I was happy. I was going, well, go on, Ali.
I remember when I first started as a PT
last year.
Diren was actually, when I first stepped on the gym floor as a self-employed PT, Diren was messaging me from Australia every single day saying, how many numbers have you got today?
But yeah, but
do you remember?
Yeah, I remember. Because I was like, it's I think people worry, a lot of personal trainers, coaches in general, they care so much about what other coaches think of them, which doesn't allow them to reach their full potential, which is a little bit sad, if I'm being honest, a little bit sad, and a waste of fucking time. You know, how many times have you been in a staff room where PTs are talking shit about who got more leads instead of going outside and getting clients? Loads, right? Do you know what I mean? And I think that transition, when people being a self-employed personal trainer, going from that transition to like being self-employed from working for someone, is you need to get rid of that mentality of people just going to hand it to you. Do you know what I mean? What was your best approach on getting numbers? Like,
see, I like more of the referral base. I like that to like reward people for helping me. That I've built a relationship up and say, look, if you have a friend or someone who's interested, I'll give you 2 free sessions if you pass on someone.
Okay.
And even if they don't sign up, who cares? At least it's someone else you've met in the gym.
Yeah.
But
and for what you charge, fucking 2 sessions is pretty fucking good, mate.
It's definitely.
Some people's rent a month, you know what I mean?
How is he charging that, bro?
What about you, Ali? What's your I think me and you are quite similar with this, but what do you do when it comes to getting leads?
Bro, I used to just go up to people and see how you doing.
Yeah,
How's your day been? I don't really talk about, some people go up say, how you doing? What you training today? Nah, I used to just go up and say, how you doing? How's it going? I've seen you around a few times.
Yeah, good.
Do you know what I mean? How you been? This, that. And I'll be like, look, someone's cancelled their session just now. Would you mind just doing an hour session with me?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's no pressure at all. You don't sign up with me. Just do the session, see how you feel.
Yeah.
And then boom. And then that's basically how I built my business.
Yeah. And it's mad. A lot of people don't put people on the spot. And I think it's one of the things I was doing was when I was going on the treadmill, when I see someone and saying there's no gap, I used to just ask them, what's the reason you're not going to train with me right now for the next half an hour for free when I usually charge £50 for this session? What's the reason? And they pause. Boom. You got 30 minutes to show yourself to that person. And that person will most likely, if you're a good coach, will convert into a fucking client, and you can potentially change their life. Because no matter what anyone says, becoming a personal trainer is not the hardest thing when it comes to being qualified. But the impact we have on people, I think, is quite a lot. Because I think health is, it's the most important thing. Do you know what I mean? What do you think?
100%. Even going back to getting clients, bro. I've had a client where I'm training someone and there'll be someone next to me and I'll be like, oh, like my client's name's Emma. I'll be like, Emma, have you met my new client?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And they'll be like, what you talking about? I'm like, you're my new client. We're training next week. And she'll be like, get their number, train them next week.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how you should. And you got to be like that in Sydney, bruv. In Sydney. Do you remember the stairs on Jewel Street?
Yeah.
People. I remember when girls would come down, right?
Oh shit.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Most of my clients were female. I'm not gonna lie. That's you as well, isn't it? Yeah, not Nick.
Nah.
It's mad. I see Ali keep drinking his water, but are you gonna have that beer?
Huh? I'm basically saving it to after, innit? I don't want to get boozed here, innit? Because that will kill me, innit?
He's only a little guy.
So wait, hold on. Is that not open?
That is open, bro.
No, you need to open that, bro.
That's open.
Sip
bro.
your drink. I'm not talking until you sip your drink. Oh, you're that guy, bro. You're that guy. I used to wait for people to come down the stairs It's about, hey guys, sorry, the gym is actually closed today. They're like, oh my god, are you serious? Is everyone okay? What's the issue? She's like, why are these people training? Yes, they're all private.
I actually love your Australian accent. It's so good.
They're all actually booked in sessions, but can I first get some ID, please? And they'll take the ID out. I'm like, girls, I'm joking. Like, come in. The gym's open. But while you're here, would you like a free personal session? You know what I mean? And then just like take it from there. And I think instead of people talking about training and whatever to normal people, just like you said, go and say hello. Yeah, how are you? And then take things from there. So if I was to ask you guys, Nick, I'll start with you. What makes a good coach? What makes a good coach?
If you'd asked me this when I first started,
yeah,
right, I would have said to you, education, qualifications. I would have been like, have to go learn. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's a part of it. But
yeah.
I've seen many personal trainers who've been successful who don't have that many qualifications. So
yeah.
you have to have charisma, personality, and this, the mindset that you're going all in on it. You know, like
yeah.
that's what it is. It's like what you paint that perfect picture of what you just said before. The example of like how you approach people going up and down the stairs or whatever.
Yeah.
And when you talk to people on the gym floor, it's like you don't come across that with every single personal trainer. You know, that sometimes they think it's going to be given to them just because I've got this qualification, I've done this course, I've done that, I've done that. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's all really nice, but no one else really cares unless you can go and talk to someone.
How qualified are you?
Overqualified. For what I do anyway.
What are you qualified? I just want to know everything. I just want to know. What are you qualified in?
So I've got my Bachelor in Exercise Sports Science.
Okay.
I've deferred my Masters in High Performance Sport, which I've got a year to finish left in Australia.
Yeah.
I've done Exos Mentorships, which are an American-based athlete performance company.
Yeah.
2 years I did mentorships with them.
Yeah.
I'm now doing a mentorship with an osteopath at the moment, currently, who's very good.
This guy's extra. Carry on.
Yeah. But yeah, I just enjoy that side of it.
I know.
I enjoy that, and
But do people need all of that to be?
No, they don't. No, they don't. To be a personal trainer, you do not.
You don't.
This guy's making more money than me, Ali, and he's.
Ali's a shit coach.
I mean, yeah.
Bro, Ali, what makes a good coach for you?
I think I definitely agree with Nick. I speak to personal trainers now, and they're like, oh, they just qualified, and they're like, oh, I want to do this course next. I want to do. I'm like, you don't need to be doing courses straight away. Everything you need to learn is on the gym floor now.
Yeah.
I think being a good coach is definitely being able to market yourself properly, and definitely when it comes to clients as well, being able to make sure your client feels confident and comfortable around you as well. Because let's be honest, your client don't really care about how much knowledge you got.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
They just want to know. They just want you to solve their problem.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And I think one of the, I think like going to seminars and all of that stuff, I think it's good. Yeah. I went to a lot. I preferred going and listening more so than reading and learning on my own, because my attention span is just fucking so bad that I just can't do it. But when someone's talking to me or I'm having a discussion, I learn the most like that. And you went to IFS last year, innit, Ali?
Yeah.
Certain people didn't come, Nick.
Mad.
But
sorry, I was in Turkey working.
That was good, right? IFS, you had pretty much all the big dogs of the fitness industry giving seminars, and then you were by the pool as well, and you were learning but also having fun as well. And it was casual, but it was there was a lot of value to it, and I learned the best like that. And although I was there sitting on one of those chairs doing a talk or whatever, but there were so many people there that I look up to in the industry. 100%. And I've realized that probably my biggest power is actually learning so much on the job and doing those seminars. Because in all honesty, Nick, all of those courses that you've done, which are great, by the way, because I'm obsessed with that sort of stuff as well, because you're a qualified S&C coach, how much of that do you use on a day-to-day basis with your clients?
With my clients, not that often. There's some that I do, yes. I train some athletes still, but for the most part, no. General population, I don't need to use any of that stuff. Yeah. But you're right though. The most I learned? Yeah, I got good information from those courses, but the most I learned in how to adapt to different people in different situations was training in different gyms, working in different gyms, in different sports as well. And also now even different countries, like from Australia to London is so different. Like dealing with these people is very different, very different.
And one of the people skills are important.
100%.
They're important, right? And what would you say was the difference between, because you also you've trained a lot of athletes. You've trained athletes that go to NBA and stuff.
I have one guy that I work with is in the NBA, yes.
But you've worked with a lot of basketballers.
A lot of basketballers.
And some footballers.
Yep. I've got a few people that I worked with that are in the AFL.
Yeah, AFL, which is
Aussie rules football. People don't know what that is here.
Which is complicated as fuck, by the way. It's like, bruv, do you know what AFL is?
What's he talking about?
Bruv, listen. So it's mad because
drink this.
Yeah, drink it. Yeah. Bruv, I swear there's 4 goals. Let me tell you how crazy the sport is. The average midfielder, Ali, in a game of AFL runs around 20 kilometers a game.
Yeah. What the fuck? Something like that. Roughly,
right? 20k.
Yeah, close to.
There's so much happening.
Fuck, you know.
There's the ball, like you're knocking it on the floor, you're barging people, you're grabbing the ball, and these guys are they're like a mixture of the agility and the speed of professional footballers with the strength of rugby players.
Yeah, madness. Yeah. It's crazy.
Mad. So Ali, you wouldn't have a chance, mate.
No.
I think I'm quite strong and quick, to be honest, but not anymore.
You're not anymore.
Nah, man.
You're 10 kilos heavier, bruv.
Bro, I told you. Remember when I said to you the other day, Diren, like, I'm running, my back hurts, bro.
Yeah,
why?
Yeah.
And then you said, bro, you're flipping 10 kilos heavier.
What did Nick say?
Nick told me to do work on my hip flex.
Well, of course I did.
Posterior pelvic tilt.
See what I'm saying? All them fucking courses, the man gave better advice. I gave better advice, bruv.
Are you still injured though?
Not anymore, you know, because I've been doing a posterior pelvic tilt. But do you know what's mad? Nick's obviously one of my best mates, but
was that the first time you said
no, not even just not as a friend as well, but I actually go and train with Nick. I train, especially when I first met you, right? I used to go like every week to train with Nick. Diren was like, this kid is a genius.
Yeah.
Go train with him.
You're welcome.
And honestly, like I've learned a lot from Diren as well. But Nick's taught me so much things that I wouldn't have learned, because obviously Diren travels a lot, so I don't really see Diren too much. But now he's here. But Nick taught me a lot of stuff that,
especially training principles. Right?
Unbelievable.
But that's the thing as well, is if you, as a good coach or a coach who's super experienced, which even at the gym that I worked at, there's loads there too at Fitness First. One of the greatest things you can do is mentor someone who's young trying to come up. Like, instead of being like, oh, that guy's not going to be very good because doesn't know what he's doing. Don't say that. Like, go and help him out. You know,
bro, the best way I learned was hiring people, working with people that are way better than me, bro. Like, I'm not being funny. I had no fucking clue about emails, marketing, all that stuff until I met James.
Yeah.
James introed me into it. Do you know what I mean? He didn't go, do this, do that, do that. I looked at him. I looked at some of the things that he was doing, and I wanted to learn, and I found my way of learning it. S&C stuff. Got my guys here like Andy, Stephen, and Graham Morris. You know what I mean? I hire or pay these people to coach me so I can learn best from them. And one thing I think any personal trainer listening to this is work close with some people that you can work closely with, where you will learn the most. It's a bit like if you're someone that, say, works in, you know, because you get all these people when they finish uni, do business and all this shit. They're like, oh, I want to go work for the biggest company and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I think you're way better off working with small companies, startups, where you're more involved and you learn loads. Not just one thing, and you're forgotten about. The CEO doesn't even know your name.
Yeah.
Where here, you know, and you're learning all these different things.
Yeah.
Same with so many highly qualified personal trainers that work in still standard gyms. Go to them. Hey, Nick, for example, Fitness First, fucking the one you were working at,
Baker Street.
Baker Street. Bruv, you should have had at least 5-6 sessions there from personal trainers saying, hey Nick, can I do an hour with you a week to learn? And then they would learn so much that they would cross over to their clients with, and earn
100%.
and give more value to their clients. Because the problem is, so many people now are seeing personal training as a fucking £50 an hour. They're forgetting that they need to give value to people in these sessions. Do you know what I mean?
I remember I was going to see Nick regularly then as well when Nick was here, and I don't know if some of the personal trainers in my gym are going to listen to this, but they were like to me, "Oh, where you going? You going to Baker Street again? You going to Baker Street to learn from your friend Nick?" I was like, "Do you know what, bro? Like, you ain't got a clue in it. I'm just gonna do me, like, cause I'm not gonna learn anything here in the staff room with you lot. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather go and learn something off Nick if he's gonna teach me something." So
yeah, and I think that's the biggest difference between people. And I think a big issue is like people now, bruv. People are too fucking cool, man.
It's egos.
Egos.
Yeah.
People are too fucking cool. I'm not gonna ask Nick for help. Nick, how many times have I posted something about training principles and said, Nick, bro, I'm pretty sure, but is this right?
Yeah, and as you have to change the whole thing. No, no, but seriously though, but we do all do that.
Well,
and like,
dickhead,
no, but in saying that as well, right? I'm terrible at Instagram and making content, and I have to send it to these two all the time.
Yeah.
And the amount of times these guys have said like, "You're an idiot. This is shit," and refilm it is like that's what happens, you know?
Exactly, and you might say, "Hey, Diren, yeah, this is good, but have you thought of this?" Boom. And your brain just goes, "Oh my fucking God, I didn't think of this." And then you're thinking about, and all these other ideas come to your head, innit, bro?
bro, I love it when someone tells me that it's shit.
Innit?
Or like, this is wrong. I love it. But I think some people are so scared.
They are.
So scared. I love it when you tell me, or he says to me, "Hey bro, that content, man, that was kind of dead." I get it on a regular, but that's kind of...
We get that on the regular with Ali. Give him a lot of shit about his content.
But I get shit a lot from you lot, you know.
But you know what? But you know it comes from a good place.
I love it, bro.
It's not to bring you down.
100%.
Yeah, because if you had the opposite, imagine if we were like, "Oh, Ali, everything you post is so good," and you're still stuck with 3 women that want to lose 10 kilos in 12 weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's just, but don't,
You're a bastard, you know.
but don't you think like there is that line where like, sorry guys, I'm gonna burp. Sorry, I'm not embarrassed. Can you edit that out? Said no, please. Did that smell?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh.
We've got a videographer in the house as well. There's 2 cameras pointing at us. Do you want to say hello? Just quickly shout.
Hello.
Hello.
As you can see, boys and girls, Diren's actually moved up. He's actually got a videographer, so he's
Yeah,
actually
because-
doing okay.
Yeah, but I'm doing okay because you know what? I'm not thinking I'm thinking about the long game. I'm thinking this content here, I want my friends to have good content because Ali's content is shit. So this is for you, Ali.
Jade's gonna be so happy when he hears this.
Yeah, I know he's going to be so happy. But you know what? Talking about all of that stuff. Yes. Oh my God. Oh, you're a dickhead. I did not see this. When did you write this?
Read it. I wrote it.
Why did you write this? Why did I never make it as a professional footballer? I always have notes down for you guys that are listening and not watching this. I always have notes down on my notebook of like stuff I want to make sure I mention. And one of the boys, when I went to the toilet, wrote down, "Why did I never make it as a professional footballer?"
I think Ali's got a good answer.
It was
actually.
issues with his BMI.
You're a prick. You're a prick. But talking about that and like me messaging you for help on anything, or you messaging me, or Ali messaging you, or Ali messaging me, or whatever, or even Ali getting shit about his content. How important is it to have good friend groups for you guys?
You have to have that. You have to have that. Otherwise, like we were just saying, I mentioned before, if you've got the opposite of people being like, "Oh no, it's good, it's fine, it's all this and that," you're never gonna grow. You're never gonna learn, are you? If everything you do is always good in your friends' eyes, you know, you need them to tell you the harsh truth sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you two tell me how shit
do
I
all
am
the time.
sometimes. Yeah.
Because you know what, bro? You know when I first went to Australia, I had a few problems with that. I was a bit too honest with people, and I upset a few people. You know.
Could imagine that.
Ali, no, seriously. But I thought I was being normal. Because imagine going from the environment that you've seen in, say, Fitness First in London, or all the man them ripping each other in the staff room,
So bad.
non-stop,
Wagwan.
and then non-stop,
Yeah.
and then going to Australia, where not everyone, but a lot of people are quite.
Do you know what? It's just very friendly, and it's
It is
like
very
no
friendly.
one wants to upset anybody. That's
I know,
what it is in Australia.
But it's fake.
Yeah.
It's fake, bro. Not everyone, but there's a lot of fake people.
Yeah.
But don't fucking say that to me, bro. You
Nah.
don't like me, and that's
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah. You're
Just
right.
stay the fuck out of my way when I'm walking. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
You don't have to say, "Oh yeah, he's a great guy, mate." You don't have to say that. What? You don't have to say that. But there's people like that here as well. There's people like, because people are worried about confrontation. I'm not worried about the fact that you might not like me after I say, "Hey Nick, that post was dead, brother." Who you helping with that? You know, I'm not worried about that. But me not worrying about that adds more value to how you can make it better.
Yeah.
And how I can make it better. Do you know how many times I've like someone said something to me and I'm like, it's all on my throat. I'm like, okay, yeah, I've got to, I'll make that better next time. But it's good, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like the hardest conversations are the ones that like we need to do the most.
Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck I heard that from. Maybe Phil Graham, you know.
Might be, you know.
Phil Graham says stuff like that, innit?
He's a G still.
He's good, man. He's a G, bro. He's a G. What so what's your friend groups like? Do you feel like your friend groups has changed, Ali?
I think I've outgrown a lot of my mates.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How?
100%.
No, obviously not physically.
It still looks up to us.
Sorry, I had to go on. Sorry, bro.
I think when I say outgrown, I'm not like shove them to the side and not talk to them no more. But I think as your vision grows, you try to surround yourself with people that have the same vision as you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like even when we went to Ibiza, even in the mornings when we got up, everyone was brainstorming, thinking about how
doing
can we,
content, bro?
bro. Like in the morning, like you'd have like bare drinks at night. Morning, everyone's up on their laptop. Everyone's just thinking, trying to add value to each other somehow. Like because we all add value to each other, regardless. Do you know what I mean? So I think having that is super important, man.
And I think that's one thing people are worried about. They're worried about outgrowing their friends.
100%, yeah.
And like, sometimes I feel like Nick, when you go back, people might see a different Nick.
We were talking about this. I was just at a leaving drinks or birthday leaving drinks for a friend who's going back to Australia, and we're talking about how crazy it's going to be going back. We're 10 years out of high school now, me and my friends.
Yeah.
Going back to the same place where I grew up, and you still see the same people from 10 years ago who are doing the same thing they did 10 years ago. You're under the same drinking place with the same group of friends. Like, what have you... I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
know
know.
what you mean. If
That's
they're
just not for
happy-
me. I don't know.
You know what my problem is with that sort of stuff? Is if they're genuinely happy, I don't care. Cool.
Yeah, fair
Good
enough.
for you.
Yeah.
But how many of them could say that they're genuinely happy?
It stresses me out. I just get stressed
Yeah,
out
right.
thinking about that.
You know what I mean? Like when you go back to Sydney
Castle Hill.
or wherever, yeah, Castle Hill. It's mad how I know what Castle Hill is. People will probably see a very different you.
Yeah.
Like your parents will see a different you.
Yeah.
But I think going back to Australia like that is you're going to be on top with so many things.
That's what I think too.
Which I think why when I was PTing there, I was like, boom, I was banging it out hard because you stood out with certain things. And I think the attitude you get from here
Yeah.
and you cross over with all your fucking knowledge on training, nutrition and
Yeah.
everything else, it's just going to absolutely pop. Do you know what I mean?
I've got to get this guy to come down with me when I go
Bruv,
back.
you know-
Ali's done, bruv.
Do you know what? First of all, yeah, Nick's got to thank me, bruv. Your personality's got better since you met me, though. 100%. When I first met you, he was quiet, cuz. Really
Bruv, he was
quiet.
respectful.
Yeah, I still am.
Yeah, but I wasn't used to it. So I was like, is there something wrong with this guy? I wanted to swear at me. Just say fuck you or something, bro.
When we're like on that trip to IB for me, Ali, Jade, Sven and Alima, mate, when we were being nice, people were like, hold on, like, what's going on? Why is man them being so nice here? They're setting up. No. This is a setup.
Yeah, there's a
This
setup.
is a
Yeah,
setup. Something's coming. either a brutal, savage like takedown is coming or something's coming, you know. So that would have been weird. But whereas for Nick, like where he's from, he's coming in with straight up manners. Like, oh no, I wouldn't say that. You know, innit?
Yeah.
But now you.
I got used to it. It's something I'm still learning. We're talking about. I was telling you a story yesterday of like me walking through Kilburn and.
Oh, tell me that. Tell me. Tell it here. Tell it. What happened?
So I think like you'll only understand this if you've been in London. Either if you've not been in the UK, you're not gonna really get it. But so I was walking past a like housing commission area, and like massive housing commission, like a housing estate,
council estate for you guys.
Council estate. Sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing like 30, 40 police officers in like bright yellow jackets all next to the council estate, and I'm thinking, fuck, oh Jesus, must be like something serious going on. So I'm walk past, and I'm just sort of careful as I'm walking, and it's next to a school, like a primary school, and all these kids start coming out, and you know they're all curious, and there was a like couple of, not trying to be racist, but you know, black kids, and they were like, bruh.
You're not racist, bro. They know they're black.
I know. I just want to.
We know we're Turkish. We know you're Mexican. It's all good.
Just trying to be sensitive. Anyway, so they were like, what's going on here? And they're looking around. They're like looking, and then three of them like turned around and started walking next to me to like peek through. And then one of them was like, yo. Yeah, and then yelled out to the police officers, yo, free the man down. And then ran away. I was pissing myself laughing. I thought,
free Leroy. Free Leroy. Do you remember that?
Lima, bro.
Yeah, that's
but
too
like
funny.
that stuff just doesn't happen in Australia. So I was just dying.
Days. Do you find it's not easy trying to make money online, is it?
I you know what? At the beginning of lockdown, we were all forced to, weren't we? I mean, you two were already doing it. I was like fully forced to because I couldn't go into a gym. Yeah. And I'm glad that I did put in that grind in the beginning and work on that, because now it's sort of like settled and it's good. I'm not even at a gym anymore, even though they're open here in London. But yeah, I think it is tough. It is very, very tough. Like you were saying before, I've probably qualifications and experience-wise, I've got more than you two, but I struggle so hard with the online stuff. So hard with that.
Yeah, it's not easy. I think a lot of people don't realize like how much like work and energy goes into even thinking about some level of creativity to get people's attention, to listen to what the hell you're saying, to actually help them out. Do you know what I mean? Like, even sitting here doing this podcast is the crazy and amazing thing about this is going to make someone smile. It's going to help them, whether it's fitness or whatever, any personal trainers or whatever listening. But it's still a lot of time out of your day, and you have to make sacrifices. You have to put in the work, and most importantly, like, you have to be consistent all the time, right, Ali? Like,
100%.
I mean, you've done a good transition from football, going full-time football, working on the gym floor, self-employed PT, still on the gym floor, minimal hours a week, but also pushing your online stuff. How you finding all of that?
Mate, you know what? When I used to listen to you and used to say to me, oh, I'm busy, bro, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm like, bro, how's this guy busy, man? Online, bro. Just probably giving someone a program or something and just chilling at home. But then now I understand exactly everything you need to do to keep your clients happy.
You just need to get a PA. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Dickhead.
But yeah, selling online is completely different. If there's any personal trainers listening to this right now, then if you're struggling to sell on the gym floor, it's going to be very, very hard for you to sell online.
Yeah, and I think this is why it's so important for you guys to earn your stripes
100%
on the gym floor and then transition onto online. You know, because there's so many things that you're going to get online where someone's going to go, I've just sat on the lat pull down and this and this and that. Yeah. And you're like, oh my days, I've only done that exercise like 6 times with a client, so I don't know what the hell they're talking about. But if you've done it for thousands of hours, you know exactly what they're talking about. And you solve their problems like that. When Ali said, if there's anyone listening to this, I thought he was going to say, if there's any, I'm looking for 7 women. I thought man was going in for an ad, bruv. Yeah. Looking for 7 women that want to lose weight. I thought that's what you were going for, bruv. But bruv, it's been good having you guys. It's been good having you guys.
I appreciate it, man. At last, bro, I got on. But just anyone out there, just all I'm gonna say is never stop dreaming, man. It took me 37 abusive messages to come here.
Wait, also as well, we're talking about this and like being honest about other trainers wanting to, like encouraging people, trainers, to go and seek help from other trainers.
Yeah.
I'm sure Ali, you're the same with this as me.
Yeah.
I mean, not Diren, he's so busy all the time. But if you wanted help with anything, and if you need advice on any of that sort of stuff, reach out to other people in around you. Like, if anyone around me or follows me who's like, I would just like to see what you did or whatever, why does that exercise work or whatever, hit me up and ask me questions. And if you want to know...
Don't ask Ali, though. No joking.
Only ask me if you're looking for an online trainer.
But, yeah, ask for help. If you don't ask for help, I'm not going to lie, bro. I'm pretty sure I got to where I am today from that.
Yeah.
Literally just asking for help, asking people, looking at how people do things, and just doing it every single fucking day. There is one thing you cannot beat if you want results, if you want to be a good personal trainer, if you want any level of success, is consistency over anything, right? Consistency over everything. And on that note, I want to say thank you to my guest today and some of my closest friends, Mr. Nick Garcia and Ali Setirekli. Thank you guys for coming in. It's been good. I'm hoping Ali finishes that fucking beer today, or we'll go out for another Guinness later.
Exactly, yeah, we'll get Guinness.
And for you guys that are listening, you can find Nick on Instagram as
Coach Nick Garcia.
Coach Nick Garcia, and you can find Ali as
Big Ali _PT.
Cheers, Big Ali _PT. Big Ali.
Did you know how quickly I said it? I was waiting for it.
It was waiting for that. And for you guys that are listening to this, do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Give me a rating. Make sure you tell your friends. Don't forget, the Diren Kartal show, the London Joe Rogan. Ali, stop making funny faces in the back, you prick.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not?
Nah, bro. I was just drinking my beer, fam.
You actually be nice. Swear down.
Shut your mouth, bro.
Peace and love, and thank you guys for listening. Take it easy. Boom. Ciao, Bella. Hey, oh, actually, no. One more thing. I need to hear Mexican Nick. Go.
Escúchame algo. Este tipo siempre me está rompiendo las pelotas para hablar en castellano.
I just got pregnant.
Bruv, I was just about to say that, man. Hey.
Something's in me right now.
My videographer's knickers just dropped. And I was like, alright, thank you guys for listening. Please subscribe. Much love. Peace and love. And also, don't forget to keep your knee up 24/7. Peace.